I usually don't get on here, and especially if I'm closing background. But this morning, I'm just like, forget about it. Trying to eat me some watermelon. And yeah, come with the A game. So I just thought that they had made another payment to my account. It's not looking like it. They said forget about it. But it made it appear that they did. Because I logged on and see the payment activity. Mm-mm. Nope. But anyhow, other peculiar things happened, and although this day, today's August 11th, 2023, used to be a significant date in my life. Um, um, when I was traditional and stuff like that. Um, it's no longer. It's just it's just like any other. I mean, every day is definitely significant because it's the day that God has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. But I mean, I'm still tired. And it's, so crazy. It's not crazy, but it was just different because, like I said, when I was in the shower yesterday, God told me to, God was moving on me to just relax. And I'm like, I'm fine with it. That's what I want to do. But, of course, I don't know what all that entails. But that's what I did. I went and watched a little TV that I usually watch. I kick back and like, I kick my feet up right now because. And I just took it as I feel like, well, maybe because I'm gonna be busy or whatever. Shoot, maybe I'm gonna be in a relax. But yeah, maybe I'm gonna be busy. I don't know. That's just what I took it as. But God always knows what's going on. It's like back if I look back in 2018 when well, what's his name? Mom was. I'm talking about the day before she was about to pass away, or may have already. I don't know. I don't know. Well, let me just say this: when somebody died, how, if nobody else is there, how can you determine exactly the day, the time? God knows. And I know on the 26th, I don't think it was the 25th, going into the 26th, if I'm not mistaken, that I was trying to reach out to what's his name. Then on that day, I just felt grief, and then they say on the 27th she must have died or something like that. I don't know. Somewhere around there. I didn't find out till 28th, 29th, something like that. But anyway, so let me see something standing out. Saying peace of mind. That's not wrong. That's what I need in my life. But woke up to something that I feel like is ritualistic because of the day that it's occurring on specifically. Of all the days, it's like, I don't choose that day. So it's like it was blatant, but at the same time, it was still trying to be hidden because God knows that I feel like I'm a sucker for certain stuff. I feel like I'm a sucker for the younger generation. Depends on, of course, how I've interacted with you. But in this case, interaction has been non-existent for whatever the reasons. God knows all the details, and I'm gonna leave it to Him. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna submit it to Him, leave it with Him, but I do feel like if it wasn't this day, I definitely. But the first actions I took was to um, block this number. And like I usually do, I'll do a screenshot, a thumbnail for what I'm talking about. But before I even opened my eyes early in the morning, honey, I was still asleep. And yeah, woke up to a text message. Oh, excuse me. And I'm kind of talking about it because it's just certain stuff that I don't want to acknowledge, and certain stuff that God have gave me the peace and just allowed me. Don't acknowledge that, you know. But about like a little over an hour ago, somebody reached out saying, "Hey," and then they used the shortened version of my name. That's another thing. 'Cause it's like, I mean, you know, I haven't talked to this person directly for to tell them, don't call me that. Call me my full name. When it to me, when it's God, I just feel like you gonna respect me. You gonna, you know. But anywho, hey, this is such and such. I got your number from such and such, and wanted to see how you were doing, and if you wanted to talk. A question mark. If not, it's totally fine. I just hope you're doing well, girl. Girl. But anyways, just my thoughts about it. Of course, initially, my heart and everything was like, yeah. Yeah, that's what I need. And honestly, this is somewhat of what's been prophesied and all this in the previous months, prior months. And it's just God again showing, manifesting, not showing, but manifestation, manifesting, which is awesome. But I always got to be careful how I deal with folk. Baby, let me tell you something. The moves I just had to make regarding my own daughter, I know it's pretty much nothing. It's something, but it's pretty much almost next to nothing. When that's what I'm saying, ain't nothing cut the off, baby. The moves that I have to take and the strategicness I have to be with my daughter, it definitely has prepared and put me. Let me people out here commenting on this. Where they going in? Because they calling it a robbery, but it don't seem like it was a robbery. Because they didn't take no money. These people was taking stuff that I'm not going to do stuff. I'm not really talk about it like that. Let me stay focused on what I got on here for. But anyway, that message came from somebody who was born on the same number, like odd number date, but in another month as today, and if somebody was born on, you know, so to me, I feel like I said, it's subtle in that it's subtle and it's tricky. It's ritualistic because to me, that's what stands out to me. The date that it occurred on, of all dates of any of the dates today. But it's amazing because again, God is in the details when it comes to me. As I'm saying details, it says details on screen, but God is in the details, and He been in it for me. I'm not turning back. I'm not. You know. My heart be screaming out like, yeah, just go for it. Just I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna front because I'm again for the younger generation. I just be like, yeah, y'all need to know the truth of the matter. But y'all need to know the truth of the matter. But y'all have to seek God, and y'all have to and just not so much so that you're going to be a vicious type of person or anything like that. Like whatever I could possibly share with y'all, try to make y'all this vicious type of person. But take the screenshots, edit it, you know, all that good stuff. It's like, dang, y'all starting real early, ain't it? But I don't know. I definitely have peace. Thank God for that. Because I have peace mainly because God has moved on me on how to respond. Because this one right here, I wasn't expecting some stuff. I'm just not expecting some stuff, or God has spoken to me about it, and I just don't know how, when it's gonna occur, how it's gonna manifest. But yeah, I just don't be expecting like the enemy to just be tricky and subtle like that. Not to call this person an enemy, but sometimes they just be used by, you know what I'm saying. But it's a certain spiritual type of thing that be occurring, and you know, I mean, I can't do it. Let me see. Edit everything. Is this? There's three names mentioned in here. No, let's be real, naturally they all got here via the same vessel. I almost didn't notice that part, but yeah. But anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna use that, and I'm also gonna delete this because after I was on like continuing to look at this stuff. But anywho, like I said, because of the date seems ritualistic. I'm just saying, I'm gonna just say it seems ritualistic. Um, and I won't try to read much more deeper than that. I will accept what reveals to me, but in the meantime, in between time, I have a couple of dreams. Let's see. So on August the 9th, 2023, I was sitting the wrong way in a movie theater. That's what I was looking at. So basically, I was at the position or at the place in the location to watch the movie, but I was sitting the opposite way, like I wasn't gonna watch the movie. And then, I don't know, I can't remember if my chair was positioned like that or what, and everybody else's chair was positioned right way. So yeah, let God speak. But sitting the wrong way in a movie theater chair, but was lounging in it. Again, that was the lounging and relaxing, like a recliner. Um, my previously known granddad's wife was sitting next to me. I think I put like on my left. I didn't put on, but like on my left, and I was on her left since we were turned in opposite direction. She may have had a scarf on her head, and I don't know. I started saying, "I'm going to the bathroom." My daughter and others was in the dream. I think my daughter was either going to another movie theater or different seating for the same movie. There were a lot of people in the theater, and I saw a plastic bag sitting to my right on the floor, like when you go shopping. Some location, previously known so-called mom, had short hair, was eating fruits. I'm eating fruit now. Oh yeah, I had a mango. I bought a mango. I bought some mangoes yesterday. Fruits and stuff, and speaking about eating fruit, saw a mango sitting on a counter and maybe a few ants on it, but was able to clean it off to keep. Saw other things like spinach. I threw recently away some spinach that was wilted, but and things that had ants crawling on them. So I saw some other stuff with ants crawling on them. This specific person is okay. Now that is God speaking. This specific person would be an ant, to certain people. And so, you know how they say aunt to be an ant. But anyway, saw ants crawling on them. And of course, we don't want to eat stuff with, and naturally, we don't want to eat stuff with ants crawling on it. So, mm-hmm. Also, she was showing magazines. Again, this is the person that's like a mom. She was showing magazines that were supposed to have my now deceased grandma in them for some reason. I don't know how she would be pictured without. But then she read off a post that she or someone had posted to Facebook and must have shown my now deceased grandma in the club. She was standing alone and she had on a white dress and her hair was in a I guess I meant like pony, like a let me put drawstring because the way I know it. Sometimes I have to be detailed. She read off something that she had posted while in the club. So I guess previously known so-called mom was reading off something that her mom had posted while she was in the club. I had looked down at her feet, and her feet were like Just keeping it real, they were like ugly, like atrocious. Her feet looked like animal type of feet. Um, like they were before when she was little. And you can see her toes through her stockings, red polish. I got red polish on my toes now, but just keep her feet ain't looking atrocious. I just got a little pain on my tongue. I think the previously known granddad's stepchild side of the family was somewhere. His wife, maybe daughter, and maybe they had another child, but I asked about the one child I knew the name of. Also, some dream where previously known half sibling with different dads was describing about some female tussling with a cop or something, and then female fell down from somewhere. Um, I was thinking if I should put the person's name, but the person's name came up today, but they're saying that the female fell down from somewhere and ended up dead. I don't know if she fell from a high place or low place, and she seemed to be speaking about someone on her dad's side of the family. But I don't know. Also, I seem to have had driven a blue expedition somewhere, came back and had rung the doorbell to get in, and then that's in that dream. I seen Chrissy also called mom and said eating, maybe holding a phone. She had short hair and stuff like that. And in this dream, make sure I put that on. And I don't remember all the details, but that was that. So then we go back to April 10th, 2023. Mm-hmm. Okay, um, okay, so this person on stepdad was there sitting on the couch eating something. Some other female was there unfamiliar. So some unfamiliar. Also, previously known half sibling with a different dad. Previously known half sibling with a different dad. Maybe the little boy was her son. Okay, I'm still talking about them. Okay, moving along. That ain't it. So then go to July 23rd, 2023. I'm in here, so what? It's just okay, I'm doing video. You need to get this up. Hey, but you do need to go ahead and get this macaroni bowl up. That's not supposed to be there. You know that's going to take time off today. Don't get on until about 3. I should know better. Close the door all the way. Okay. So on July 23rd, during my nap, during the daytime, dream of where. So yeah, I didn't talk to my daughter till this month, but dream where I was at a restaurant, seemed like the Suns or something. I was with specific ones, and I had already ordered chicken tenders and fries, but was trying to order another plate that comes in a styrofoam box and was in line, but some lady gave me a card with a number saying I was number 99. The other person that was with me was like number 12 or 21, and I was disappointed, so I think I decided to get out of the line and just eat what I had. Also, it was said in the dream that I was wearing previously known half siblings with different dads' head covering which looked like a do-rag a little. I'm trying to think back. I think this is, I'm I'm gonna say, because I'm gonna have to start distinguishing. I think this was the young. I think this is the one who reached out to me. Um, it looked like a do-rag a little, but I guess for females, and it was decorated and covered with a certain design. And I argued about something that I wasn't doing or didn't do. I don't know if I was arguing saying that I didn't have nothing that belonged to them or whatever the case may be. So that one stands out. So I was wearing this one, head cover, which looked like a do-rag. And I was wearing that in the dream, but I don't know. And I argued about something that I wasn't doing or didn't do. Was going back and forth with previously known stepdad, and something about a small bank was mentioned, like a piggy bank, and then I mentioned to previously known stepdad that I gave or paid yours back, didn't I? Referencing in real life he gave it to me, but in the dream I was speaking about it. $200. It was $200 that he gave me in real life about 4 years ago, and it took me a year to pay him back, but I did. That was neither here nor there. That was not anybody business but already. Okay, so this is just me going back over these dreams. And okay, so maybe this was February the 12th, 2023. So the other thing is my daughter, when I did speak to my daughter, she mentioned that she just went to a certain person's graduation. So that was the details. Maybe that was God letting me know, and I just because she had interacted with her and it wasn't me, I didn't, you know. And she went to that and stuff like that, and I was already, I'm like, well, I already told you how and what you should do. I advised you what you should and shouldn't do, and how to interact and this, that, and third, and especially going to certain traditional type of things and stuff like that. So again, that made me feel like that was another reason why I had to make the moves I had to make regarding my daughter, because just making certain moves, and it's like, girl, um, let me just read this whole thing. This is February 12th, 2023. Dream where I was in the backyard and a female that had maybe the guy who cut their grass, who cuts their grass in the backyard, and he had a bald head and he lifted up a push lawnmower to a certain tree, looked like my dead tree, but the yard was set up differently. And I went to cursing him out, saying something, and he said something back, but continued on mowing, and the grass stretched in other places, like across the street in the back towards those newer houses, like the land and yard was bigger. And I was saying something to a little girl, maybe girl pet head. She was looking about 4 or 5 years old. Then the dream switched over to another location. Seemed like my daughter was in a hotel room or something. Okay, she was in a hotel room or something with previously known youngest half sibling, female half sibling. That's what I have to say. On maternal side, previously known, they were both sitting on separate beds, and a guy who looked like um he's a celebrity, came in and he twisted the neck of previously known half sibling, then jumped over to the bed. I don't know, twisted your neck. Neck got something to do with being stubborn, and then him twisting it. I don't know. Of course, in the dream, looked like he doing damage. Then jumped over to the bed where my daughter was and was trying to get her. So this is an enemy type that got access to this person and did some crazy stuff, some damage. Was trying to get her, but she had hid under the bed or something and left a set of headphones on the bed that she had been listening to. It was light blue ones that we once had in here before. Can't remember if they were hers or one of the boys. And I didn't see her, but I think I heard her crying or scared under the bed and the covers, and somehow she ended up in the bathroom or something trying to escape. But he grabbed her and was slamming her on her side. Seemed like it would make a hard impact that could hurt or injure, the worst. But I woke up. So I was sitting there and I was telling specific people in my precinct also called mom. I was sitting on the right side, but it's looking at us the left, and I was explaining to them what had happened and telling them that did they see that he cracked her neck and maybe killed her. And I think they made the oh sound when they saw it somehow. They somehow seen a replay or whatever. And this, mind you, this was one of the ones who got this done. This was their mom seeing this. Like, I don't know. So, um, it was replayed on TV or something. I was saying something about how whatever is for me is not to go to my kids. It's for me to decide whether I want to receive or decline. I was explaining that didn't know if I should write these dreams down or not because it bothered me to see my child being picked up and slammed. Thank God I didn't see her at the ground, but my brain just figured that it happened. Also, when I woke up, this was the same day that there was a picture of my daughter. Okay, so that's that dream. So now I'm just looking for any other dream. Oh, I'm just looking for any indications and anything where God will speak it to me, and I will start trying to find. Let me see. Let me look another place real quick. And my eyes are still barely open. Don't play with it. Like for real, for real. Okay. January 1st, 2020. My daughter said she had a vision that somebody died, or someone said she did. And this person was looking sad. May 2, 2020. So this is the last time I seen them. Oh gosh, has it been 3 years already? May 10th, 2020 is the last person that I've seen this. Yeah, it's the last time I've seen this person who tried to reach out today. It's been 3 years. It almost seemed like it was just yesterday. But they showed up and gave me a certain card and stuff like that. And even that was like, I mean, it was, of course, I needed the money and stuff like that, but it was the way that it happened. It came through, it didn't come directly. She sent somebody to, let me just, like, anyway, okay, moving on. February 3rd, 2021. My son had a dream that he went to somebody's house for basically a Christmas party, and my daughter was there, and they said they had haircuts like when he was a certain age. He said him and my youngest son. I was trying to figure out what I was gonna say. My youngest son was discussing that mom, me, died, and again it's February 3rd, 2021, and not sure if the others heard. Then he said some friend that he was talking to back then, and somebody else appeared, and he ended up at another previously known half siblings with a different dad's house. And a spider was there, a large human size, and it got him and threw him back to the Christmas party. That seemed like some of what happened in 2020, but I don't know. April 3rd, 2022. Get to the nitty gritty. In another dream, I saw myself going into an old neighborhood that I stayed in with them. I think previously known have 7 with different devils. Not the youngest female student, but yeah, was in the passenger side and had a happy smirk or smile. I think the person who reached out today and maybe, her brother came out, had on a crop top, tube top, and came to the car and waved. Maybe the boys were in there as we were riding into the neighborhood. I was looking up at the trees in the sky. So again, this was last year, a little over a year ago. Move on to June June 27, 2022. Dream where one of her cousins was saying that the person who reached out today just told her that I named off my now deceased grandma was coming to get me next year. Basically was coming to get me next year or something, and that my calendar month was was the same month that this person was born in. I had asked them, why do they keep beating down my door and banging on my door? And then I said, oh, well, thanks for informing me. So it was like in the dream, I accepted that news and all that. And I don't reject any of that, really. I just have to be careful what I come into agreement with. But God speaks to me through my dreams, so. So then this one was July 14th of 2022. Some dream where the same person and someone else came into the house. And maybe the person that she mentioned today, and this one sat down near the door, and they were talking about some concert coming up or parade. I saw $100 flash in the dream also. And I was telling them I do not care about that parade or concert. Lord have mercy. So, okay, that's that. And all these people are still in my all these people who I must have talked to about this specific person still in my inbox and stuff like that. I really need to put that stuff on archive or something like that. But anyway, like I said, it was peculiar because today's date, people trying to make contact with me. Again, it's been prophesied that there will be people trying to come back and apologize and say sorry and this and that. I'm trying to tell you, I done had, even my daughter have reached out. Then we had, what's his name? Now we got this today. I have to be led of God. I can't make no sudden moves. I can't even accept people's apology in a normal type of way. Oh, damn, we got him across the street trying to at least appear. Like I'm telling you, I would be tricked if I believed that even their actions, sometimes they, how people say actions speak louder than words. And it does, but consistent actions over time. And the way that people have been. And again, it's just really like people have just treated me like I've been an afterthought. Do I feel like I've deserved that? Nah, but does God know? Whether or not, hey, it's just something you got to deal with. And I'm not saying that that's what he told me about. Sometimes I feel like that. But I will say again, I don't want to dwell on all the fuzziness or craziness of it. I will say this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. I'll go back. This was November 15th. I'm just trying to look back and see some dreams from August 23rd, but from August of 2019. These dreams was some last dreams that I really had about this person was in 2019. Well, no, this was my daughter having a dream. Anyway, like I said, with all the interactions that have happened as of lately, I may have to switch because I know I've been, well, with the things that have happened as of lately, yeah, that just, I'm trying to finish up this whole game. It doesn't look like I'm doing it. My daughter reaching out this month and just other things. It's just weird. I'm just trying to, whether it's relearn or get a fresh new way of learning how to uh, defeat the enemy that tries to show up. It don't really bother me, but have came after me and tried me on, high levels and stuff like that. And of course, I be wanting to get back to normal and stuff like that, but I definitely don't see it happening. Like I said, with God, it's possible for Him to work miracles, but it's just like the way I've been operating. It seems like that's the way that I have to be seemingly for the rest of my life. And He know I'm the candidate. I'm the vessel that don't really mind doing that, but I still have I have a heart. I have a heart, I have a soul, I have all that. I'm not a soulless person. I'm not I'm not just a devious person. But the Bible says, be as harmful as the doves. You know what I'm saying? So they're, I always mess this up. Hold on. I said it before, but you gotta be as wise as the serpents, or be as clever, shrewd, cunning as the snakes, but you won't be a snake, and as innocent and harmless as as doves. So that's what I'm trying to live by. Like, I'm not Bible, I'm not doing it, but I do have to operate in this manner. And for me, I just feel like I'm not gonna just work that hard and then get to this point and be like, oh man, just because this person seems so innocent and pure and this, that, and the third, and again, the key word is seem, I got to, I'm not letting nobody else go ahead of me or anything like that. I did that before, ignorantly, definitely ignorantly, not knowing. You giving away some valuable stuff for this, that, and third. I'm not doing that again. Not for none of them, not for nobody. My kids always considered, but and I know the traditional thing is, oh yeah, them kids come first and stuff. What they say, them kids. No, I'm just saying. I definitely don't feel like that the kids at all. But I'm not trying to be disorderly, so here we are. Anyway, I just know that it was. I didn't even open my eyes good, and I had to get that thumb work going. Like dang, y'all trying me already. But first, first and foremost, the main thing is let it be done according to God's will. God knows my heart. God knows I truly want to interact with certain people. I've wanted to and things like that. And I feel like I've needed to, but I'm not going to make any moves. I'm not going to make no sudden moves or anything. No, that was a sudden move though. But I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying, go in nobody's direction. Even though they're coming in my direction, I'm still not going to stop and go in their direction unless that's what I completely and totally know. That's what God wants me to do. And I don't feel like that's what He wants me to do. So, and the thing that stands out the most is that it happened on this day. So it's like, y'all weird. Are you weird or not? Y'all weird. Not really the person. Like I said, not really the person, but just the whole situation and the ones that I feel like, or the one and ones that I feel like are behind it. And it's like, y'all tricky. Y'all won't give me this time. On some players, y'all won't give me this time. And I know the way I'm talking, that sounds like, oh, there's some other stuff. And it have been some other stuff. But I really have to be like that and stand on it. Cause now, baby, you don't take me as a joke. I have goals. I have things that I wanted to attain in this life, like for real. So why would I not try to do that? You know what I'm saying? The devil is a liar. Anyway, while I'm over here, I should be checking my other emails. They're still sitting here talking about this whole situation. We'll just ease on out. But definitely praise God for indicating to me, showing me, and keeping me and letting me know things have shifted gears or changing. I got on a call yesterday. I took down some notes about it. I think. Oh yeah, because she did say. She said within certain time frames. So I just try to jot down the notes and stuff and go collective notes. She said about September, and I do. That's what it's indicating. That those time frames are lining up like what she said with and around what she said. And yeah, when she spoke specifically, she's gonna say November the 7th. Prophesied that by this date, those that fought against you, He is fighting against them for all the sabotage you've been through. Hallelujah. And then she mentioned Psalm 35. Goliath is being defeated. You have stamina, wisdom, resistance, insight, strength. Don't despise anything you've had to wrestle with. That was the word doing just yesterday. And it may affect your health. The fact that you sabotage and did all that and something like that affects your health. And I mean, I'm gonna just say, honey, I feel like I know it firsthand. Like, I'm not deeply unhealthy, but anything that I did that I ain't had no business doing, it did try to show back up in my life. And that's why I'm like, it seems like they out here just, you know what I'm saying, just getting away with the getaway. But then, with that second one, I do it pretty much almost caught right away, in a sense. This computer is going kind of slow. Anyway, so I've been on here for almost an hour, but 45 minutes or so. 45 minutes-ish. But anyway, I just say thank you, Lord. Even still, even with, I don't want to have the position and the attitude. I mean, I do feel like how dare the enemy try to come at me, but don't try to disgrace me, baby. Do not try to disgrace me. Something I need to take a look at. But yeah, I got that mango in there. I'll eat that tomorrow. Or eat it later on. I got 2 of them, so I'll eat it later on. I don't usually buy mangoes, so that's that. But it was good enough. I know it looks like a big old overgrown peach, but if it was good enough, which I know mango is good, mango lemonade anyway. But if it is, of course I'll keep on buying and stuff like that, but just something. I mean, I buy fruit with cantaloupe. I buy the melons because I like the watermelon, and I like the honeydew. See, I know I'm sippy. The honeydew melon. I'm just not fond of cantaloupe. I don't be liking it. It's not terrible, but it's just not. So I don't know if that's guy saying you need some kind of orange fruit in your body. I'm trying to unsubscribe from all this craziness. Use spam. Please remove my email. Y'all got my stuff anyway. I've definitely been up all night. Let's see something. A copy of the email you received to the below email address so we can complete the complaint process. Just note that this email will only work for the next 48 hours, so please forward the email ASAP. Be having too much going on. Okay. So yeah, I don't know what's all taking place, but I'm kind of glad that I don't know or see stuff up close because I don't want my heart to be, clenching frozen. But I know the God I serve. I know when people do dirty work and stuff like that, then even um, have their children and the next generation is doing it, and these kids don't even be knowing what's going on. I've been that person. I've been one. I got to a point where I found out, hey, this is going on. I don't want to be a part of this. This is crazy. This is so crazy. You know. Um, okay. Oh yeah, I ate some curry last night. Fingers be still smelling like curry. Curry. So I'm definitely gonna eat some more of that today. Then I'll probably fry some chicken and continue to eat some fruit. That's probably when I'll eat the mango later on. Right now, I'm just kind of trying to make my way through all this watermelon. Get that lycopene in my system. Honey, of all the days you could text me, this is the day. It's just funny to me when I don't see certain stuff coming. I didn't see that coming. But yet I still be prepared. I'm like, whoop. Mm-mm. The devil is there. Trying to check all my emails before we're launching new privacy features that give you more choice over the ads you see. Okay, got it. Great. Okay, is there any other email address? I like a couple of them. We have to do a factory reset on this computer, but I gotta get my stuff off of here first. Okay, I'm done with this video for now. I'll be back later.